You guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today we're looking at how I made my new banger of a song called It's AJ. It's a part of the new playlist coming out around Christmas, and that's called Danger. And a lot of people wanted me to make this video because they liked my song and were wondering how I made it, the structure of the song, what software I use, and basically the inspiration from it. So we're going to start with where the melody came from. It's a loop that I got off of Somatics. And they have a whole bundle called Cobra, and it was one of their MP3 loops. This is what it sounds like by itself. Just like that. It's pretty easygoing loop, and I added a couple things to that. I added a pitch shifter, so this is what it sounds like, just the raw, clean melody. And I didn't really like that, how it was really high up there, so I decided to bring it down. I'm pretty sure it was maybe 2 semitones, or yeah, 2 semitones. I also added an audio filter to just get it, it kind of gradually increased its cutoff, and then I also have an EQ and a compressor all in there, and that's what you get. And that should be D sharp minor. I think I made it D sharp minor because that's what the original loop was, or that's because when I brought it down, I'm pretty sure it's D sharp minor though. But yeah, that is my melody, and it just loops on throughout the whole song, and there are some breaks. But yeah, that's the melody, and easygoing loop. Next up, our drum beat. So this drum beat I made, and it's composed of 3 different tracks: the kick, rim shot, and closed hi-hat. These 3 sounds were from that pack from Somatics to the kick, rim shot, and closed hi-hat were all from there. It was just one MP3. So the kick sounds like this, and then the rim shot, it sounds like this. The hi-hat sounds like this. And whenever you combine this all together, you can look for a MIDI composure like this, with this being the hi-hat, this being the rim shot, and these being the kicks. That's what you get. Easy, really easy, and it took me like a minute just to make that. I used my my little MBK Akai keyboard, MIDI keyboard, and with the launch pad I was able to make it very easy. And I used, I don't think I added any effect. I didn't add any effects to these individually, but I did add through the Q sampler some effects, such as making the polyphony 1 from 16, and I was able to change the pitch of them and the rate of the modulation. Other than that, it was pretty easy, and that is our drum beat. Next up, my favorite part is the 808, and this 808 really like smashes. I don't know like how, but I made it where it's really a party starter. Again, I used the 808 from the loop pack, and I put it through a Q sampler with some distortion and reverb, and I EQ'd it to EQ the highs out, and this is what it sounds like, just the 808. That's what that is. The distortion really made it like more of a harder hit. So this is what it sounds like without the distortion. And here it is with the distortion. And you can hear, if I turn it up, you can hear the distortion ranging from 0 to 14. I like it because it really adds more texture to the song, and it gets the party started. So then we have our percussion. This was just a percussion one shot from the loop pack again, and this is what it sounds like. I added some reverb and did I add reverb? I guess not. But I thought I would have. But I added what do you call this? Spreader, I guess, but just to spread the channels within your headphones around, and to kind of distort the audio, because it's kind of a weird sound if you think about it. And then I just took the mids out of it because I wanted it to be a poppier sound, and yeah, that's what we get. And I actually layered that with a gun cock thing, like cocking the gun. I don't really know how you describe it, but it was from the loop pack too. So this is what it sounds like with it being there. This is what it sounds like together with the other percussion. I don't know. I liked it. I didn't know. I don't know what else to put there, so I just put those two percussions together, and it sounded pretty good. Next up is our percussion number 3, and this is just some material floating around in the background, with just some ups and downs, just to give it more texture. Yeah, it was pitch shifted from this to this. I had some reverb and I EQ'd it where the highs were kind of high, the mids were high, and I just kind of raised everything up. And yeah, so that's percussion. It kind of loops around on the verses, and on the choruses it just kind of cuts off. And yeah, it gives a lot of dimension to the song. Next up is our hi-hat rhythm. This is actually a loop. I did not make it. It's from the same place, Cobra, the bundle, and this is what it sounds like. It has a lot of different velocity in there, and that's why I like it. It has a lot of variety, and I put those where my drum beat was not at, and that was where the choruses were. Next up, we have some ambience also coming from the bundle, and it's just really quiet because I have an auto filter just cutting it off, because if you did not have the auto filter, it would be really noticeable, and I don't really want that. This is what it sounds like without the auto filter. This is what it sounds like with the filter. Pretty sure I'm using like 55, 56 cutoff, and yeah, I didn't EQ out at all, so I can disable that. But that's running through the whole song, and it fades at the very end just to cover up the mic highs that cut off at the end. Alright, next up is our vibraphone. So I actually took these MIDI keys and I lined them up where there are some flams. I guess you can call that flam from like a piano perspective. This is what the piano / vibraphone sounds like on the song. That's the vibraphone, and that repeats itself throughout the choruses and kind of cuts off of the verses. And yeah, that's the vibraphone. And now let me show you the full brass and choir. So the full brass is basically the same thing, except I removed the high pitches from the MIDI and just left it with the bass end of things. That's what the brass sounds like. That's what I did. Same thing. Just I removed some of the high things off of it and then left the bass. And the choir, I did the exact same thing, so took a lot more of it off. And this is what it sounds like. Oh, I forgot to. Yes, that's what that is. It's just very background, hiding, but it still adds a lot of dimension to the song. And yeah, that's the choir, and just use the MIDI notes and put it onto there. Now, aside from my main vocals, which it took me like 3 days to perfect those. I just EQ'd them. This is like my favorite, like S-curve, I guess you can call it, an S-curve with highs, and the high, lows, and mids are low down, and I just use that for my vocals. And then I have an effects here. It's the telephone. I added an auto filter, amp, limiter, compressor, and I EQ'd it out like this. And this is what it sounds like by itself. Bra. Ba ba ba. Yeah. It's kind of cringy now that I think about it, but again, texture, and I actually use it throughout the song, so agree with me. Just do that, and actually, I should probably make this a little longer. Kind of cut off. Yep. Yeah. Alright, anyways, that is the telephone effects that I have on my audio. And then lastly, my vocal tag and riser. So my vocal tags just sounds like this, with a P shift, pitch shifter, EQ, compressor, fuzz. Pretty sure first of all the distortion. Yeah, it's distortion. And then I also have a reverb.
AJ's on the track, boy.
I'm out of the shower. Yeah. So that's the vocal tag, and then here's the riser. Yeah, so that is, and yeah, so that is all of my different 18 tracks, and now let's hear it all together. I'll show you places like the drop. Here's the drop.
AJ's on the track, boy.
So it's basically AJ's on the track, boy, and then right when I say that, you have the 808 and bass coming in, the downbeat, and then you have the 2 percussion effects coming in.
AJ's on the track, boy.
So that's that. That repeats over and over in every measure, and there's that percussion over here without the gun, I guess. And then the there's like a fake, not a fake, but it just kind of leaves out some part of the melody here. Like that. And then over here we have the same thing, but it goes into the chorus. Agree with me. And then the riser, and then the drop over here.
AJ's on the track, boy.
Yep. And then there's actually a fake off. It kind of goes into a chorus, but then you're like, wait, never mind. Not the chorus, it's just a fake chorus. So here it is. Yeah, and then the ending is really simple. It's just the riser, a fake riser going nowhere basically, and then it has a cutoff. With my automation here, you can look at it turned out pretty well. A lot of people actually enjoyed it, and so let's just play this song all together so you guys can hear the final product. So yeah. Skipping tracks, spitting facts. I send a fax to the max. I'm coming back and attack. Beat claps like a slap. Where the lyrics at? I gotta read them fast. Left of the right.
AJ's on the track, boy.
I'm out of the shower, devour the coward, devour. You wouldn't come out to the couch, come home. Deflowered her after the pow wow. And showered after it went well. Wow, AJ, you finna go to hell. If that's what you think, but trust me, I'll never tell. I'll never tell. Yeah, up in the garden, I'm flowering. You are the slandering. I take up gardening, sex is a part of me. Blood is still on the beat. You tasting hell, but this is philosophy. No one compares to me. I get a hell of a beast in me. You please stay away from me. Cops are just gonna agree with me. Agree with me. hammer and nails on a board. My Halloween costume with someone that's poor. I got a girlfriend, she's good as a poor. We're cute together and that's the reward. And this final Jedi's gonna stop this war. Gonna stop the war, gonna stop this war. Final Jedi's gonna stop the war, cause
AJ's on the track, boy.
Bustin' my battle cry. Homie, you finna die. I see with my evil eye. Your mama gonna cry, but I'm gonna fly over to her house. And after I visit her house, she's gonna be satisfied. I gave her goodbye, she's stupid but real fly. Up in the garden, I'm flowering, you are just floundering. I take up gardening, sex is a part of me. Blood is spilled on the beat, you taste in hell with this philosophy. No one compares to me, I get a hell of a beast in me. You please stay away from me. Cops are just gonna agree with me. Gotcha, I major productions, my main function. Kick you out of a junction. I aced the class that you flunking. I passed on donuts, you're dunking. I'm finally out of my funkin'. Get off your knees and stop the corruption. Skip grades, cash made. All my life I felt no pain. I'm a god, Discord mod. I've even used Tide Pods. Hold on, give me a second. Hey Siri, save this to my playlist, please.
Alright, I saved it to your playlist.
Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I hope you guys liked the song too. Comment down below whether or not you like the song and what other things I should do to it. Even though it's probably going to be too late, I'm dropping this around Christmas, if not before the school year ends, definitely. But yeah, we're going to have all my songs coming out to musicvip.ajproductions.club. Go to that link and you can see all my songs rolling out through there. And I should have about, I don't know, around 8 songs before I drop the album, and they are coming in quick. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to me if you are new to the channel, because I do a lot of things that you'll probably like if you enjoyed this video. And to share this video with all your friends that like my song. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. I'm out of the shower, devour the coward, devour you wouldn't come out to the cows, come home, deflowered her after the powwow, and showered after it went well. Wow, AJ, you finna go to hell. If that's what you think, but trust me, I'll never tell.